The war had reached a new level. The fierce battles, the struggles, the sacrifices, all had changed humanity forever. The galaxy, once quiet and distant, now knew the name of Earth's people, and the name brought both fear and respect. Captain Sarah Jensen stood on the bridge of the Resolute, her eyes fixed on the stars. The last great battle had been won, but she knew this was not the end. The galaxy was vast, filled with many races and unknown dangers. Sarah thought about the millions of lives lost in the war, the families left behind, and the sacrifices made by ordinary people who became heroes. Yet she also felt hope. Humanity had proven its strength, not just in weapons, but in courage, unity, and heart. After the successful strike on the Zeltron homeworld, many alien empires had started to reach out to humans. Some offered alliances, hoping to benefit from humanity's rising power. Others stayed wary, unsure if humans could be trusted. Sarah and her leaders decided that humanity must lead with strength and wisdom. "We fight to protect," Sarah said during a council meeting, "not to conquer. We must build peace or more wars will follow." Dr. Liam Ortega nodded. "Our technology can help many worlds rebuild after war. We can be builders, not just fighters." Rena Mbeki smiled. "And our courage will protect those who cannot defend themselves." With that, humanity began a new mission, one of diplomacy and cooperation. Ambassadors were sent to distant star systems. Human ships brought aid to war-torn planets. Scientists shared new technologies to help rebuild and improve lives. The galaxy was changing, and humans were at the center. But not everyone was happy. Some old powers still feared humanity's rise. The Zeltron Dominion, though weakened, still held dark ambitions. Commander Vrax, now a shadow of his former self, refused to accept defeat. He secretly gathered loyal forces, planning one last strike to crush humanity and reclaim his honor. Sarah learned of Vrax's plans through trusted spies. She called her commanders together. "We have peace now," she said firmly. "But we cannot ignore threats. We must be ready." Rena's eyes burned with determination. "Let them come. We will show them the true meaning of human strength." The final battle came without warning. Vrax's fleet appeared suddenly near, a human colony on the edge of explored space. The attack was fierce and brutal. The humans responded quickly. Their fighters scrambled to defend the colony. Ground forces prepared for invasion. Sarah led the fleet in person, guiding ships through the chaos. Her calm command gave hope to her people. The fight was long and hard. Vrax's forces were desperate but skilled. They used every trick to break the human lines, but the humans fought with unmatched spirit. Every pilot, soldier, and engineer worked as one. Rena led daring raids deep into enemy ships, disabling weapons and rescuing trapped crews. Dr. Ortega coordinated repairs and shield boosts, keeping ships alive in the heart of battle. As the battle raged, Sarah realized this was more than a fight for territory. It was a battle for the future, whether humanity would stand strong or fall. She called for a final push. For our home, for our future, now. The humans launched a coordinated attack, striking Vrax's flagship directly. Explosions rocked. The ship and chaos spread through the enemy fleet. Vrax, realizing defeat, tried to escape, but Rena's squadron blocked his path. With skill and courage, they forced his ship to surrender. The war was finally over. Vrax and his loyalists were captured. The Zeltron Dominion, broken and leaderless, agreed to peace talks. The galaxy breathed a collective sigh of relief. In the following months, humanity helped rebuild war-torn systems. Old enemies came to the negotiating table. Sarah spoke before the Galactic Council, her voice strong and clear. "We have fought a brutal war, but now is the time to build a future together, a future where fear does not rule, where every race has a place." Her words echoed across star systems. Humanity's legacy was no longer just their fierce fighting. It was their courage, their hope, and their will to protect others. The galaxy had learned an important lesson. When humans rise, they bring both power and heart. And so, the name of humanity became a symbol, not of fear alone, but of strength, with honor. Sarah looked at the stars one last time that night, thinking of the journey from a small blue planet to the center of the galaxy's future. The war had been brutal, but humanity had won. And now, the galaxy trembled, not in fear, but in respect. The Galactic Council was the most powerful group in the universe. It was made up of many different alien races, each with their own worlds and great technology. Together, they decided how the galaxy should be run. The Council was like a big family, but with serious rules and high expectations. Every member believed their race was the smartest and most advanced. They often looked down on less developed worlds. Among all these worlds, Earth was one of the smallest and least important in the eyes of the Council. The aliens often called Earth a primitive planet. They thought Earth's people were wild, violent, and too focused on fighting among themselves. To the Council, Earth was nothing but a noisy, troublemaking place. For years, the Council ignored Earth. No one thought Earth would ever be a problem, or a help. They were content to watch Earth struggle with wars, pollution, and old problems. The Council had bigger things to worry about. But what they did not know was that Earth was quietly changing. And it was changing in a way that none of them expected. On Earth, people had been fighting for centuries. Wars and conflicts seemed endless. Yet in the shadows, a new idea was growing. Slowly, leaders and people started to understand that fighting among themselves only made things worse. They began to talk about peace, unity, and working together. At first, the change was small. Small groups formed, working across borders to share ideas and solve problems. Scientists collaborated on clean energy. Environmentalists worked to save forests and oceans. Diplomats from different countries met secretly to plan for a better future. People began to believe that Earth could be more than a planet filled with conflict. Earth's governments started to work together, forming organizations to face global challenges. The idea of national interest began to shift toward human interest. The old wars slowly lost their importance. While Earth was changing far away in the stars, the Galactic Council was busy with their own problems. They faced threats from hostile alien species, trade disputes, and political rivalries. They barely noticed Earth's growing strength. To them, Earth was still a noisy, violent planet not worth their time. But then, something surprising happened. One day, a strange message arrived at the Council's central communication hub. It was a signal from Earth. At first, the Council thought it was a joke or a mistake. The message was not aggressive or demanding. Instead, it was peaceful and respectful. It came from Earth's leaders, offering friendship, cooperation, and help. The message was clear. We know we are young in the galaxy. We have made mistakes, but we want to change. We want to join you in working for peace and progress. We want to help, not harm. Please listen to us. The Council members were shocked. Some laughed quietly, thinking this was a trick. Others were curious. Could Earth really be serious? Was this a new kind of diplomacy or a clever ploy? The Council decided they needed to find out. A delegation of the most trusted Council members was chosen to visit Earth. These aliens were known for their wisdom and experience. They were the best diplomats the Council had. Their job was to study Earth and report back. The Council wanted to know if Earth was a threat or a potential ally. The delegation traveled through space in a shining, silver ship. After many days, they arrived at Earth's orbit. From far above, Earth looked beautiful, a blue and green world full of life. The aliens were surprised by its beauty. They remembered only stories of wars and destruction, but here was a planet that seemed calm and alive. The delegation's ship landed on Earth in a specially built spaceport. As the Council members stepped out, they were met by a group of humans. These humans were different from what the Council had expected. They wore simple clothes and smiled warmly. They spoke carefully and politely. The leader of the humans, a woman named Dr. Maya Thompson, welcomed the delegation. She explained that Earth had been working hard to build peace. We have learned from our past, she said. We want to be part of the galaxy's future. The delegation was shown around. They visited cities filled with people of many races. and cultures working together. They saw schools where children learned about space and other worlds. They toured research centers where scientists developed new energy sources that did not harm the planet. The aliens noticed something else. They saw people helping each other, no matter their background or beliefs. This was not the Earth they had heard about. This was an Earth united. Over the next few days, the delegation met with many Earth leaders, scientists, and citizens. They heard stories about how Earth's people overcame old enemies and problems. They learned about the global agreements to protect the environment, reduce poverty, and share technology. The aliens saw how Earth was moving toward cooperation, not conflict. Yet not all council members were convinced. Some believed Earth was hiding its true nature. They thought Earth might be pretending to be peaceful just to gain trust. They warned the delegation to be careful, but the delegation saw the truth. Earth was changing, and fast. One evening, the delegation gathered in their ship to discuss what they had learned. A young alien named Rael spoke first. "I came here expecting to see a wild and violent place. Instead, I see hope and determination. Earth is not perfect, but it wants to be better." Another member, Elder Zira, nodded slowly. "The humans have made many mistakes, yes, but they have also shown great courage. They face their problems openly and seek help. That is rare in the galaxy." The delegation agreed to send a message back to the council, asking for a chance to learn more about Earth and to consider their offer seriously. Meanwhile, back on Earth, people were unaware of the attention they had gained. For centuries, they had been ignored by the galaxy's great powers. Now their quiet work for peace was being noticed. Dr. Maya Thompson stood on a balcony overlooking the city. She thought about the message Earth had sent and the delegation's visit. "Maybe this is the start of something new," she whispered. "Maybe Earth's time has come." But even as Earth hoped for a better future, some in the galaxy remained suspicious. Rumors spread in the council that Earth's peace was a mask. Some feared that Earth might soon reveal a hidden power. The stage was set. The Galactic Council had to decide. Would they continue to ignore Earth? Or would they listen and learn that the quiet planet they had dismissed was playing a longer, wiser game? The day the council realized Earth had been playing nice was just beginning. The delegation from the Galactic Council hovered silently above Earth in their sleek, silver ship. The view was breathtaking: blue oceans, swirling white clouds, and patches of green and brown land. From space, Earth seemed peaceful and alive, a bright gem shining in the darkness of the stars. But the aliens knew better than to judge a planet by its beauty alone. Earth had a long history of wars and chaos, and many within the council believed that the people there were still wild and dangerous. Still, the message from Earth's leaders had been clear and sincere. The delegation's mission was simple: observe, learn, and report. Find out if Earth was truly ready to join the galactic community as a peaceful partner, or if it was just playing a clever game. The delegation's leader, a tall alien named Veshar, stood by the large window of their ship, looking down at the planet. Veshar belonged to the Zelari species, known for their wisdom and calm judgment. His skin was pale blue, and his eyes shone with curiosity. "We must keep our minds open," Veshar said quietly to his team. "We are here to understand, not to judge." The others nodded. Among them were elders, scientists, and diplomats. Each had a different reason for coming, but all shared the same goal: to discover the truth about Earth. The ship moved carefully toward a large spaceport near a bustling city. It was the capital of Earth's largest unified government, known simply as the United Earth Federation. Here, humans from many different nations and cultures lived and worked together. The landing was smooth and quiet. As the ship's doors opened, a group of humans greeted the delegation. They wore simple professional clothes and carried no weapons. Their faces showed respect and hope. Leading the group was Dr. Maya Thompson, a well-known scientist and diplomat. She had worked for years to build bridges between Earth and the rest of the galaxy. Her calm voice carried warmth as she welcomed the council members. "Welcome to Earth," she said. "We are honored by your visit." The delegation stepped, out onto the planet's surface. The air smelled fresh and clean, a sign that Earth had made great efforts to heal its environment. Birds sang nearby and people passed by, going about their daily lives without fear or anger. Bashar noticed something unusual. Despite Earth's past, there was no heavy military presence. No soldiers in armor or patrol ships. Instead, there were peacekeepers, people trained to help and protect, not to fight. The delegation followed Dr. Thompson through the city. They saw tall buildings covered with gardens and solar panels. Public transport moved silently and efficiently. People of many races, including humans from Earth and some alien refugees, walked the streets with smiles and greetings. Dr. Thompson led the delegation to a grand hall where Earth's leaders gathered for meetings. Here the delegation met politicians, scientists, and community leaders. Each spoke about Earth's past mistakes but focused on the future. A politician named Senator Lee addressed the group. For too long, Earth was divided by fear and hate. But we learned that cooperation is our greatest strength. We share resources, knowledge, and goals. Our history is painful, but it has made us stronger. The aliens listened carefully. The words seemed honest and sincere. Yet some members of the delegation remained doubtful. After the meeting, the delegation toured Earth's new space center. This was the heart of Earth's exploration and defense program, a symbol of unity. They saw astronauts preparing for missions, engineers designing starships, and scientists working on new technology. The cooperation between nations was clear. This was not the work of a single country, but the effort of all humanity. One scientist explained, "We want to protect Earth and help other planets. Our technology is designed for peace and exploration, not war." Vaishar looked closely at the starships. They were smaller and simpler than the Council's vessels, but they had one special feature: advanced defense systems designed to avoid violence. The ships were equipped to disable enemies without destroying them. "This is a new kind of strength," Vaishar said to his team. "One built on defense, not aggression." As the days passed, the delegation saw more of Earth's efforts to build peace. They visited schools where children learned about kindness, science, and space travel. They attended cultural festivals where music and dance from many cultures mixed together. They even met members of Earth's Silent Hand, a group of diplomats and peacekeepers who worked quietly behind the scenes to solve conflicts both on Earth and beyond. One member of the Silent Hand, a woman named Lila, explained their mission. "We believe that peace is not just the absence of war. It is the presence of understanding. We listen, we talk, and we help. We do not seek glory or power. We only want to make the galaxy a better place." The delegation was impressed. These humans did not boast or demand attention. They worked quietly and carefully, using their strength to protect and support others. Despite all this, some members of the delegation could not shake their doubts. An elder named Rorkar whispered to Vaishar one night, "Do you really believe this? Earth's history is full of violence. How can we trust this sudden change?" Vaishar replied, "We must judge by what we see today, not by old stories. Every species has a past. The question is what they choose to do now." Rorkar was silent but thoughtful. The mission was more complicated than he had expected. On the last day of their visit, the delegation was invited to a global peace ceremony, held in Earth's largest city. Thousands gathered in the central plaza, people from all nations and backgrounds standing together. The ceremony was simple but powerful. Leaders spoke about hope, unity, and a shared future. Music filled the air, and the crowd sang songs of peace. Vaishar looked around and saw tears in the eyes of many humans. He felt something he had never expected. Hope. Dr. Thompson spoke to the delegation. "Earth has made mistakes, yes, but we have learned that kindness is stronger than fear. We want to join the galaxy as friends, not enemies." The delegation knew their report to the Council would change everything. As the delegation prepared to leave Earth, they gathered once more in their ship. Vaishar looked at the planet below and spoke to his team. "We came to observe. We found a world working for peace. Earth is not perfect, but it is trying. We must tell the Council to listen. We have much to learn from this planet." The others nodded. The quiet planet had surprised them all. Back at the Galactic Council, the delegation's message was received with a mix of shock and excitement. Some members demanded proof that Earth's peace was real. Others wanted to welcome Earth quickly. The Council's leaders decided to call a special meeting to discuss Earth's future in the galaxy. Meanwhile, on Earth, people continued their work. They did not know how much attention they had gained. They only knew that their world was changing, and perhaps, just perhaps, they were ready for the stars. Dr. Maya Thompson looked to the night sky and whispered, "We have taken the first step. Now, the galaxy will see who we really are." After returning to the Galactic Council, the delegation from Earth's visit began to prepare their report. Their findings challenged long-held beliefs. Earth was not the reckless, violent planet many had thought. Instead, it was a world working, hard to change, to grow, and to help others. But not everyone on the Council was ready to believe this. Some members were suspicious. They asked, "Why now? Why does Earth want peace all of a sudden? Could this be a trick, a hidden plan to gain power?" These questions were serious. The Galactic Council had seen many worlds pretend to be peaceful, only to reveal dangerous ambitions later. To prevent mistakes, the Council demanded proof of Earth's true nature. In the weeks that followed, more information came to light. The delegation shared stories about Earth's silent hand, a secret group of humans who worked quietly to solve conflicts and help unstable planets. The silent hand was unlike anything the Council had seen. These humans were diplomats, scientists, and peacekeepers who operated without fanfare. They traveled to troubled worlds, offered advice, and helped rebuild broken societies. They never sought credit or power. Their mission was simple: bring peace without violence. One council member, Elder Zero, was fascinated. "This is remarkable. Earth's people are using their strength in a way we rarely see, through kindness and patience." But others remained cautious. Curious to know more, the council agreed to invite members of the Silent Hand to present their work. A small team from Earth traveled to the council's main chamber, ready to explain their mission. Among them was Lila, a calm and thoughtful woman who spoke for the group. "We have seen many worlds torn apart by war and greed," Lila began. "We believe that lasting peace comes from understanding, respect, and cooperation. Violence only leads to more suffering." She showed the council data and stories from planets where the Silent Hand had helped stop conflicts, improve governments, and restore hope. These successes were quiet but real. Some council members were moved. Others still questioned Earth's intentions. To address these doubts, Lila proposed a bold idea, a demonstration of Earth's commitment. She offered to bring the Silent Hand to a troubled system at the edge of council space, a place known for violence and unrest. "If we can help there openly and honestly, you will see our true nature," Lila said. The council debated this proposal. Sending humans into a dangerous area was risky, but it was also a chance to prove themselves. After much discussion, the council agreed. The Silent Hand prepared for the mission. Meanwhile, on Earth, news of the council's challenge spread quietly among the leaders and citizens. People felt a mix of hope and nervousness. Dr. Maya Thompson spoke at a gathering. "This mission will show the galaxy what Earth is truly capable of. It is not just words. We are ready to act, to help, and to prove that peace is possible." Volunteers from the Silent Hand trained hard. They studied the troubled system, learned about its people, and prepared their plans. The troubled system was called Rythal. It was known for pirates, rebel groups, and harsh environments. Many planets there lived in fear and distrust. The council had tried to help before, but violence always returned. When the Silent Hand arrived, they were met with suspicion. Local leaders doubted their intentions. Pirates threatened them. The situation seemed impossible. But the humans stayed calm. They did not threaten or demand. Instead, they listened. Lila met with local leaders, offering solutions that respected their cultures and needs. The Silent Hand helped rebuild damaged cities, set up schools, and create peaceful talks between rival groups. Slowly, trust grew. One night, after a long day of meetings and work, Lila sat with a local leader named Rax. Rax was a strong man, once a pirate, but now seeking peace. "I never thought people like you could care about us," Rax said quietly. "But you listen. You don't judge. That is new here," Lila smiled. "We all deserve respect. Peace begins when we see each other as equals." Rax nodded. Maybe there is hope after all. As weeks passed, the Silent Hand's work began to change Rethal. Pirate attacks dropped. Rebel groups joined peace talks. People started rebuilding their lives. The council watched closely. Reports from Rethal showed real progress. Some members were surprised and impressed. Others, still skeptical, wondered if it was just temporary. Back at the council chambers, the delegation from Earth made their final report. "We came expecting hostility and fear," Vesher said. "Instead, we found hope and courage. Earth's strength is not in weapons or warships. It is in their spirit, their belief that peace is possible." He showed videos of Earth's efforts, the Silent Hand's work in Rethal, and the growing unity on the planet. The council was silent. This was new. This was different. Elder Zira stood and spoke. "Earth has taught us something important. Strength is not only power. It is also patience, kindness, and courage to change." Others nodded. Slowly, opinions shifted. Still, the council knew Earth's path would not be easy. The galaxy was full of dangers and challenges, but Earth was ready to face them. Back on Earth, life continued with quiet determination. The people did not seek glory or praise. They focused on building a better future. Dr. Maya Thompson looked at the stars one night, hopeful. "We have shown the galaxy who we are. Now we must keep proving it." The day the council realized Earth had been playing nice was not just a moment of surprise. It was the start of a new way of thinking. In a galaxy filled with conflict and pride, Earth was a reminder that peace and kindness could be the greatest powers of all. The Galactic Council Chamber was the largest and most impressive room in the known universe. It was shaped like a giant ring floating in space, with thousands of species represented by massive windows that looked out into the stars. This was the place where decisions affecting millions of planets were made. Today, the council was filled with tension. For the first time in centuries, the council was going to discuss Earth, not as a threat, but as a possible member. The delegation's report had shocked many. Earth, once dismissed as a violent and chaotic world, was now a symbol of hope, peace, and strength through unity. The chamber buzzed with whispers and quiet debates. Some elders stood firm, unwilling to believe Earth's transformation was real. Others felt the winds of change and argued for welcoming Earth into the galactic community. At the center of the debate stood Council Leader Milas, a tall figure, with shimmering silver skin and eyes that seemed to see into the future. Milas raised a hand, calling for silence. "We face an important decision," Milas said. "Earth has surprised us all. They have shown patience, kindness, and courage. But can we trust this change? Can we believe they will continue to play nice?" The first to speak was Elder Rorkar, the skeptic who had doubted Earth's sincerity since the beginning. "Earth's history is stained with war and destruction," Rorkar said firmly. "How can we forget centuries of conflict? Their sudden change may be a clever mask hiding a dangerous ambition." He pointed to old records of Earth's wars, its nuclear weapons, and its past failures. "But history is not the only truth," interrupted Elder Zira, her voice calm but strong. "We must look at their present and future. Earth has shown the courage to change. Their silent hand is proof of their commitment to peace." The room grew louder. Some council members shouted their support for Zira's words, while others echoed Rorkar's warnings. Milas raised her hand again and silence fell. "We must decide carefully," she said. "Earth's entry into the council will change the galaxy. This is not a decision to be made lightly." She proposed a solution. Earth would be accepted as a probationary member. For the next 5 cycles, Earth's actions would be closely watched. During this time, Earth would be invited to participate in council missions focused on peace and cooperation. If Earth proved itself, full membership would follow. When the vote was called, it was close. But in the end, Malis's proposal passed. Earth would be given a chance. The decision sent ripples across the galaxy. Many celebrated. Some grumbled in disappointment. On Earth, news of the Council's decision arrived quickly. The leaders and citizens were proud, but also aware of the challenge ahead. Dr. Maya Thompson addressed the world. We have taken an important step. The galaxy is watching us. We must prove every day that Earth's kindness is real. The people responded with determination. They increased efforts to promote peace, science, and cooperation. The Council invited Earth to join a new mission, a diplomatic effort to help a distant system caught in conflict. The mission was dangerous but vital. If Earth succeeded, it would prove its value. Earth's leaders chose a team of diplomats, scientists, and peacekeepers, including members of the Silent Hand, to join the Council's fleet. The team prepared carefully. They knew their actions would shape Earth's future in the galaxy. The mission took them to the Varnak system, a place of tension between 2 powerful alien races. For years, small battles and misunderstandings had kept the region unstable. The Council hoped Earth's peaceful approach could calm the conflict. As the Earth team arrived, they were greeted with suspicion. The Varnak leaders doubted Earth's ability to help. They remembered Earth as a planet that once struggled with violence. The Earth diplomats, led by Lila from the Silent Hand, remained calm. They listened to both sides, offering respect and understanding. We are here to help, Lila said, not to take sides or fight. We want peace for all. The team worked hard. They arranged meetings, helped solve disputes, and shared Earth's experiences in building peace. Slowly, the Varnak system began to change. Leaders agreed to ceasefires. Trade reopened. Families separated by war reunited. The Council watched the progress with hope. But challenges remained. Some groups resisted peace, fearing loss of power. There were threats and attempts to sabotage the mission. One night, an explosion rocked the Earth team's base. No one was hurt, but the message was clear. Not everyone wanted peace. Lila and her team refused to give up. We must show them that kindness is stronger than fear, Lila said. The Earth team increased their efforts. They worked with local communities, offering aid and education. They helped build schools and hospitals, showing that peace brought real benefits. Slowly, hearts and minds changed. After many cycles, the Varnak system was peaceful. The Council declared the mission a success. Earth's role was praised across the galaxy. The Council's skeptics were silenced by results. Back in the Council chamber, Malis stood again. Earth has proven its commitment. The galaxy is richer for its presence. The Council voted to grant Earth full membership. On Earth, celebrations were quiet, but joyful. The world had come a long way. Dr. Maya Thompson spoke to the people. This is only the beginning. We must keep playing nice every day. The galaxy was watching, and Earth was ready.